Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn how to create Omnisend subscriber from Jotform submission. So here I've created a form using Jotform, and in this case I want whenever a new form submission is made, automatically using that details, a new subscriber should be created in my Omnisend account. So to automate this process, we will use an automation software named as Pabbly Connect, in which we need to connect a trigger and an action. So in this process, our trigger application will be Jotform and our action application will be Omnisend. So to learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, we are going to learn how to create a new Omnisend subscriber from Jotform submission. So in this case, I want whenever a new lead is received in my lead form, automatically that lead should be added as a subscriber in my Omnisend account. So to automate this process, we will use an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. This is the homepage of Pabbly Connect. You can visit this page by simply browsing for the URL pabbly.com/connect. Here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get 300 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. After signing in, you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here you can see a create workflow button on the top right corner. Here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this button. Now here in this create workflow dialog box, we have to give a name to our workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as create Omnisend subscriber from Jotform submission. And now I'm going to select my folder as automations. You can select your folder as per your need. Also you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create button. And here you can see we have successfully created a workflow with the name Create Omnisend Subscriber from Jotform Submission. And here in this workflow window, you can see two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up a trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger application as Jotform and my trigger event as new response. And here you can see we have received a webhook URL. That means we will use this unique webhook URL to connect our Jotform with Pabbly Connect. So following the instructions given below, here I'm going to copy this webhook URL. And now let me take you to my Jotform account. And here in my Jotform account, you can see all the forms which I have created for my use. So here in this case, I'm going to use this lead form. So for that, here I'm going to click on this more. And from here, I'm going to select settings. Now under form settings, I'm going to select integrations. And under integration, I'm going to select my integration type, that is webhooks. Now here I'm going to click on this edit integration, and here I'm going to remove this previously existing link, and here I'm going to add the new webhook URL. And now after adding the webhook URL, here I'm going to click on this complete integration. And here you can see it says integration ready. So here I'm going to click on this finish, and now I'm going to click on this preview form. So now let me take you back to Pabbly window, and here you can see as it is waiting for webhook response. That means here we need to do a test submission to receive a trigger response, and for that we need to submit a response in our form. So for that, let me take you back to my Jotform, and here I'm going to do a test submission by simply entering a dummy data. So for the first name, here I'm going to enter the name as dummy, last name as user, email as dummy123@pabblytunes.com, a random phone number. Moving forward, here I'm going to enter the country as India, state as Madhya Pradesh, city as Bhopal, and for postal code, here I'm going to enter the postal code as 462003. Now after entering all the details, I'm going to click on this submit. And here you can see we have successfully submitted a response. So now let's move back to our Pabbly window. And here you can see we have successfully captured a response where we have received city, country, phone number, email, first name, last name, postal code, and other details. So with this, we have successfully set up our trigger. Now let's move to action step. Here I'm going to select my action application as Omnisend and my action event as create a subscriber. And now to connect my Omnisend with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Omnisend account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, it is asking for API key. So here again, following the instructions given below, here I have already logged in my Omnisend account. From here I'm going to click on my profile icon, and from here I'm going to select store settings. Now under store settings, scrolling little down, here you can see we have received the API key option. So here I'm going to select this. And here you can see we have received the option of create API key. So here I'm going to click on this. Here I'm going to give a name to my API key, that is Jotform submission. And now I'm going to click on this create API key. And here you can see we have successfully created a API key. So here I'm going to copy this. Moving back to Pabbly window, here I'm going to paste this API key, and now I'm going to click on this save. And here you can see we are successfully connected. So now moving forward, here it is asking me for identifier type. So here I want my contact should be identified through the email. So here I'm going to select the email as identifier type. Moving forward, and here it is asking for identifiers channels. So here again I want email as identifier channel. So here I'm going to select the email. Moving forward, and now here it is asking for email or phone number. So here instead of entering data manually, here I will map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here we will map the data from the response we have received in our Jotform response. Mapping makes our text dynamic so that whenever a new form is submitted, automatically this previously existing details will be updated with the new one. So here I'm going to map the email. Moving forward, here I want status to be subscribed. So here I'm going to select subscribed. Moving forward, here the status, date, source are not a required field. So here I'm going to leave them blank as I don't want to enter any of the data in these fields. But if you want to add any other value, then you can do it as per your need. Now moving forward, here for the first name, I'm going to map the first name. Here I'm going to map the last name. Moving forward, again here I'm going to leave this tags field blank. Moving forward, send welcome email as none. Moving forward, here for the country I'm going to map the country. Again here I'm going to leave this country code, and here I'm going to map the state. Moving forward, here I'm going to map the city. And lastly here I'm going to map the postal code. So here I'm done mapping the data, and now I'm going to click on this save and send test request. But before clicking on save and send test request, let me tell you once again that I have left some fields blank because I don't want to enter any value in those fields, but you can do it as per your need. And now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response. So now let's go and check our Omnisend account. And here you can see we have successfully created a new subscriber with the name dummy user and email as dummy123@pabblytunes.com. So with this, we have successfully set up our automation. Now let's test our automation to check whether it is working or not. So to test our automation, we need to submit a new response in our Jotform. So for that, let me take you back to my Jotform. Here I'm going to refresh this window. And here I'm going to enter another dummy data and do a test submission. So here I'm going to enter the first name as test, last name as user, email as test123@pabblytunes.com, a random phone number. Moving forward, country as India, state as Rajasthan, city as Ajmer, and postal code 305801. So here I've entered all the details, and now I'm going to click on this submit. And here you can see it says your submission has been received. So now let's go and check our Omnisend account again. And here you can see we have successfully created a new subscriber with the name test user and email as test123@pabblytunes.com. Now let me open this contact for you. And here you can see we have received the full detail, that is location as Ajmer, India. Moving forward, and also we have received the zip code. So with this, we have successfully tested our automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken a trigger as Jotform and an action as Omnisend, so that whenever a new form submission is made in our Jotform, automatically using that details, a new subscriber should be created in our Omnisend account. If you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubt, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can contact us on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can contact us on www.pabbly.com. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.